Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine messenger, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. Welcome in everyone. So I kind of feel like this reading is going to be a little bit feisty. I don't know if it's my lack of sleep or what's going on. I mean, maybe. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on, and it just rained too, and I love it when it rains. Oh my god. But it's like it's a gloomy day, right? So the ions in the air, you know, are negatively charged or whatever. But it's cleansing. Maybe there's this cleansing out that's going on. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just picking up people's energies. I don't know. I'm just trying to feel the vibe, right? Sometimes I feel like I try to explain stuff too much more than I should. I don't know. But I've been feeling feisty. Really, it's got to be this moon I've been feeling feisty at. This Taurus full moon. Like, I've even been like, wait for people to come at me. I was like, come at me the wrong way. Like, I even have things prepared on what I'm ready to say. Like, literally, that's what... Like, I was doing, like, things were just changing up at, like, my work. Like, we've got, like, a new store director. So, like, they're coming in changing things up. But, like, down the chain of command, it's making, like, everybody want to, like, be really bossy and mean and stuff. And so I'm like, yeah, just come at me one more time. I gave you a couple times. Come at me one more time. See what I say. Like I don't know. Maybe there's something like I don't know. I don't even know. I feel like I want to restart this. But at the same time I don't, because it's the energy. See, and like I told him, stop flipping my decks. Just stop. I'm getting mad. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. King of Cups. See, Four of Swords. There's Taz. See? And half the deck is flipped. See? I was like, stop flipping my deck. Like, I was doing that. I mean, I get it. Some things need to flip. Okay. Let me just shut up. I don't know. I thought my little fit might be a little cute to record a little bit. You know, lack of sleep really does mess with your mood and stuff, and that's kind of where I'm getting, like, I'm working way too much and not getting sleep, and it is thinning my patience. Okay, so let me fix this deck real quick. If you're still here, like, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. And you're one that has patience, that can put up with someone that has fits and frustrations. And it means you've transmuted the energy. Because why would you want to stay here if I'm frustrating you and if it's frustrating you? And maybe that's a sign for you that, you know, maybe you need to not stay. Because, like, if I was watching this reading, I probably would have been like, this girl venting, I ain't watching her today. I ain't watching her today, you know? Because it's like, you got to learn sometimes how to, like, pull back your energy, distance yourself from people, give them their space, you know? I mean, it's nice to have some people there, I guess, that won't leave you and walk away or whatever, because you're having a minute. You need a minute. You need to have a little fit. Yeah. But you need to remember, like the things that, like, you need to be grateful and thankful for. Like, just like with my job and everything. Like, you know, like, clearly, like, yeah, everything's going on and everybody's got something to say and directions and rules. But then at the same time, like, they're giving me 40 hours and asking me on my days off to pick up more hours and all of that. So I'm very grateful to have to have that, you know what I mean? So I know that obviously I'm doing a good job, or, you know, so maybe I shouldn't be letting it get to me too much, or they wouldn't be giving me extra, they even let me get overtime. I'm scheduled out overtime, like, you know what I mean? So for that, and they don't like to do that. So it's those little things, like maybe I'm overlooking some things, right? And it's like, yeah, maybe they're needing to vent and stuff because it's coming down the command, you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean, how things are like energetically, like I know that my new managers are stressed because their main manager's coming in and stressing them out. That's why I was almost like, I'm about to go to the source and be like, you know what, when you came in, look at what you've done here, maybe I need to go do that. Because not in a mean way, but just like, you know, I get it. You're coming in to create change, but you're creating chaos. You know, that's not how you're gonna have people like want to work for. It's just like, well, they have like time allotments on everything that we do now, like, and it's stressing people out. And it's like, you have no idea how much work that I do outside of my job description. Like anytime I'm walking around and I see something, I'm fixing it up, I'm cleaning it up, I'm picking up something, you know what I mean? So now that I'm on a time allotment, am I going to do any of that stuff? Because how do I say it? If now I'm going over on my time and you're going to criticize me like, oh my gosh, it took Crystal that, like, no, I ain't going to hear. I'm not going to sit there and explain myself. Do you see what I mean? I'm giving a little bit of the picture here. But see, it's like, I've just let it go because I'm like, they don't know everything that I do. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they only seen that. They had no idea. I just went completely cleared out the whole, you know what I mean? Return bins and everything. They're going to look stupid once they go back there and realize, oh my gosh, okay. But that's what I mean. Like, I can let stuff like that go, but it's like, I have so many people coming up to me being very empathic, and people know that. So I have so many people coming up to me all over work to like vent to me. And it's like, I don't want to have to like gossip it and stuff and get in with it, but in a way, like I kind of have to relate with them a little bit. I don't know. That's heavily on my mind. I need to get some sleep. They don't realize I'm sacrificing my sleep for them too. Like they're gonna be more respectful, or I ain't gonna do that anymore. Okay, now I'm gonna stop for real. What am I in, 7 minutes? I don't know. You still watching this and you haven't fast. Good for you if you fast forward though. If you didn't, maybe you need to start to, because probably the first 7 minutes was just me venting. So thank you if you watched it. All right, so see what laughing did, and how I changed up the vibrational frequency. So it's okay to get frustrated, and it's okay to vent sometimes. And just laugh about it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what I like to do for people, is I'll then say a joke, or I'll then say something. Like, I'm changing it up, right? Ace of Coins. Now that's a beautiful frequency coming out. Maybe focus on what's coming in, right? There's an abundant new a new foundation. It's coming in fast with the Knight of Swords. Yeah, 5 of Cups. That could also be something too. I'm kind of going through a breakup right now, separated from my boyfriend. All right, so I'm like, yeah, we live together, but we separated. You know what? We basically work conflicting schedules anyway. I'm not kidding. This moon got me fired up. But it's like, I know what I want, and I know what I don't want, and I know what I'm not going to put up with anymore, and I'm so done with the cycles. I keep hearing divine anger, too, whatever that means. I mean, what they're talking about, I know what it means, but what are they angry about? Why is divine angry? Are they angry at me and how I'm being? Are they angry because I was holding the frequency first? I was being such a good little earth angel. I wasn't venting. I was just releasing everything, but really maybe I was storing it. 5 of Swords, Page of Coins. They're mad about this betrayal. 3 of Swords. There was a betrayal. There was lies. 7 of Swords. There was a divine partner. Was supposed to be a divine partner. That's the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Swords. So somebody very close to you betrayed you. Betrayed you. Caused a betrayal. That's what they mad about. This was like, I'm getting, this is something somebody asked for. Divine, it's like somebody prayed for, like, if this betrayal was against you, which I assume it is, like they prayed for you, they wanted you, they adored you. It's like they told divine source, God the creator, that they wanted you, they would change, they would, oh, if they could have you, what they would do. They change your life, they do all the, whatever. That's the energy that I'm getting. But it was also contracted, right? This was like a blessing. You were a blessing to them and they betrayed you. Whoever's resonating with this too, like you're an earth angel, you're star-seeded. That's what I create my content for. That's why you're energetically aligned with me, because chances are, if you're not the cross watcher, if you're not one of the energies I've connected with to teach and heal while you're here, somebody that I know personally, as I know I have a lot of you still watching. That's why, anyway, let's get back into this. That's why the divine is angry. Somebody who had to go through a whole bunch of hardships and things that they didn't need to. It's just like I was on path, like everything that I went through, like I shouldn't even have had to get this job and go back into the matrix workforce. I didn't need to do that, but I had to because of the circumstances that I let somebody else put me in. It was like a punishment. And that's what I mean, and it's like, I don't feel trapped in it, but then at the same time I kind of do, because it's like, because of that, and then I aligned with somewhere, you know, very expensive. I mean, I basically have like a 5-bedroom house that I'm renting, so it's kind of pricey. Okay, so, you know, do I really need to have all of that? I mean, it's nice each of my kids can have their own room away from each other, and that's a beautiful thing. But then they still, just like before, they always want to be together and stuff like that anyways. And it's like right now my son's in my other son's room, you know what I mean? My daughter's out in the kitchen, you know what I mean? And it's these little things, and then I've got 2 children that are off with friends that aren't even here. I don't know why I'm explaining all of this. But yeah, and then when I was getting a ride last night, literally, and I don't know why I keep saying literally in my readings as of late. I mean, I guess it's always like one of my words, but it's just a lot, coming out a lot more. But yeah, so when I was in my Lyft last night, and my driver was like asking me, you know what I mean, like how I do all this, you know what I mean, because he said that I was doing the commute or whatever. And he was like, gosh, you do this expensive commute and you have that house, like how much is your rent? Can I ask you that? Like, and I told him, he's like, that's like 7 times more than I pay. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I've never. And then I was telling him, I'm like, well, it's better, you know what I mean? Like, I knew it was a higher rent that we were getting into, but after living in hotels, like, I was all about that. You know what I mean? I wanted the space or whatever, so I'm fine right now and stuff. And he was like, was even like 5 times higher than I'd ever pay for rent. And he was telling me how he lived in a camper and stuff and barely, and you know what I mean? And he's fine and happy and all of that. And it just showed me, I'm like, you're right. Like, yeah, like, You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. My children wanted the house, wanted to get all the things out of storage and all of that. You know what I mean? And then I look at the fact, like, I have so much to set up. Like, I feel like I'm not, I feel like I want to be here more because I'm commuting so much and working and running around, and there's so much that I'm doing. Then when I'm focused on this, I don't have a lot of other time. You know, so it's hard. And then what do I do today? I come home with a Christmas tree. I'm ready to set the Christmas tree. I go back and forth, but did I buy an expensive, no. I was literally shopping at Dollar Tree, getting all the cute, because I'm trying to like little winter wonderland, because I miss the snow and stuff, and I want to take all the Halloween down, put up all the Christmas. Or maybe because I know I want to set up things early, because maybe who's to know what's to be around that season for me. I'll never forget when I had a feeling to set Halloween early, because I was like, I might not be here for Halloween. And I did it early, and I wasn't there. I don't know. Wow, this is literally... Spirit, stop having me say literally. King of Coins. I was going to say this entire reading has just been me venting, me being sleepy. Maybe I just call this one Divine Anger because I feel like that's the only real message that I got out in this instance. I feel like I should upload this one just to piss some people off, just so some people can say like, awful reading. What did you have fun posting comment just to complain? Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? You should know that if you're one where you've just been like, you've been sitting here in this reading and you're like, just get to the cards. Like, I want to know what's going on. You have a tarot addiction. You do. You're letting it control you too much. You're not focusing on embracing embrace the chaos and what's going on in your situation. Like, I remember when we were in the city and me and my lover, it was those little moments. Like, there was one point where he would get a ride home from his mama every night, but they never offered me rides. I always had to run the bus in or a lift in, and we work right next to each other. And he would be getting off of work, but because I'd have to use the last bus going in, I'd have to wait outside my store an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes before I would start. And I didn't really feel that safe. So anyway, I'd ask him to wait with me sometimes, because he'd literally get off work, he'd walk across the parking lot and wait with me, because I would wait on a bench and stuff. And the times that that happened, he'd always have his mama would be there. We'd never have that time alone, because then I would work all night, and then in the morning he leaves and I come home, so we're missing each other. And I was always like, it's not always going to be like this. I want to just embrace this time that we have alone. Have her pick you up later and bring you back. Let's enjoy this time that we have. But it was he could never stand up to her enough and be like, no, don't pick me up till later. Let me have my alone time with Crystal right now. Let us be able to talk. Let me, you know what I mean? Could he have stayed? He would have only had to stay 45 more minutes to make sure I was safely in the store. But no, they would leave by 11:30, so I'd have to wait the last hour. It got to where she'd only let him for 15, 20 minutes. Unless he threw a fit and was rageful, because sometimes he'd be so stressed out at work, he'd just be venting and he'd be fighting with me and stuff. And I just remember it was never sweet and calm. And I remember telling him it's not always going to be like this. I'd love it if we could just see each other and spend that time. We're going to remember this. This is part of our story. I wish we'd embrace this. And it's now, since we've moved, he's still getting rides home, but it's now we don't see each other. And luckily I was very grateful that the bus systems just rerouted their schedule, because I was saying why don't they run the buses later? So now the buses run later. Well, I don't have to sit outside by myself for an hour and a half, but waiting now. I literally can take the bus, because I get dropped off right in front of my work. And now I only have to wait 10 minutes. And it's that's the thing. What I'm getting at is embrace those changes. I bet he would, the change or the moment, because you never know how long it's going to be like that before it changes, and I told him, I really wish that we could have just, there was restaurants that were still open right there. We could have went and we